Welcome this afternoon to Ranger Baseball. We are in Game 3 of a 3-game series between Northwestern Oklahoma State and the visiting University of Minnesota Crookston Golden Eagles. Coming up on starting game time here, probably first pitch right at 1 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and bring you the lineup here for Minnesota Crookston in just a moment. Beautiful 53 degrees outside right now. Strong wind out of the west, blowing at 18 miles an hour, on occasion gusting to center, which means we could see a few more long balls today. Yesterday we had a doubleheader here, 2 9-inning games between your Rangers and the Golden Eagles. The Golden Eagles taking both games 1 and 2. We'll give you details of those games a little later on during our press box time. So coming up now is going to be starting pitcher for the Rangers, Emilio Lovato, and he'll be facing off against leadoff hitter, second baseman number 2, Ben Bryant. He'll be followed by third baseman number 8, Jake Yelly. And the first pitch from Lovato, and that's going to be outside for ball 1. Batting third for the Golden Eagles, catcher number 29, Ben Tome. Batting cleanup, center fielder number 16, Brad Morris. Batting fifth, right fielder number 32, Chad Musser. Here is the second pitch from Lovato. It's going to be outside as well, ball 2. Batting sixth, shortstop, number 10, Mitch Goodwin. Batting seventh, the DH, number 23, Ben Goals. This pitch will catch the outside part of the plate for a strike. Count goes to 2-1 now in the top of the first inning. Batting eighth, first baseman, number 3, Jack Peppel. And batting ninth, left fielder, number 4, Zeke Haas. Another good-looking pitch there. Strike 2 taken all the way. So 2-2 now the count here, top of the first. Nobody on, nobody down. Emilio Lovato on the mound here for the Rangers. Here's a pitch. Gets him, strike 3, and never leaving his shoulder was his bat as he carries it back to the dugout. So first batter faced by Lovato is a strikeout looking. One down now, and coming to the plate, Jake Hieli. Hieli yesterday in the doubleheader combined for a 3-for-10 day. He did have a home run and a couple of RBIs. He scored 3 times. As I mentioned before, the Golden Eagles took care of the Rangers yesterday in the doubleheader. Rangers looking to strike back and get on the win column here today, as we are in opening weekend, technically opening week now, of the Division II season. These games originally scheduled for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday move due to weather, 2 on Sunday yesterday, and then obviously the third one here today, as we have 1 down now and a 1-0, now a 1-1 count looking once again. Hieli taking the pitch, so we've seen 4 strikes out of Lovato, and not once have we seen swings by the Golden Eagles. Lovato pitches. This ball is hit deep into right field. Going back is Norrison. He'll look up, and that one is gone. And Hieli gets his second home run in 2 days as the Golden Eagles take a 1-0 lead off the solo shot from Jake Hieli. I think I liked it better when they weren't swinging. So coming to the plate now is going to be catcher Ben Toma. Toma went 3 for 10 yesterday, but he also had several walks and scored 5 runs. He also had 3 home runs yesterday. So another big bat here for the Golden Eagles as he looks at strike 1. And the pitch from Lovato in there again, strike 2. So a lot of pitches being taken here, and I think it's probably to do with a lot of the walks that we saw yesterday, that the batters for Minnesota Crookston are going to take their time. Emilio is moving very quickly on the mound with an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch down the third base line, off the glove of Kelly, and that's going to go down as an E5 as Ben Tome easily moves into second base. Wasn't a super easy play, but it was definitely a playable ball that went off the glove of Kelly and scooted into foul territory. Hustling over there was Hamakawa. So following the error, now we have a runner on and one down here. One run already crossed here for the Golden Eagles as Brad Morris comes to the plate. Emilio Lovato works very quickly on the mound. He gets in his set position before the batter is even close to being ready, and he wants to go. And here's the pitch. That one's going to be just a little low for ball one. Morris yesterday went 3 for 9 with the double and scored a couple of runs. The pitch by Emilio. This ball is hit and struck into the right side. Could be playable. Going over Hoffman, but that's going to just sneak out of play over the right field wall in foul territory. So we'll reset and go again here. Count now 1-1 on Morris. Brad Morris, a 6'3" redshirt senior out of Auckland, New Zealand. The pitch by Lovato. Swung on, hit to short. Hamakawa scoops it up. He bobbles it. He can't regain control. He had it, but then he looked to third, thinking about a possible throw to third. And when he looked to third, he lost control of the ball. And that's going to be consecutive errors here by the sure-handed defense of the Rangers. During the play, Tomei did move over to third. So we have runners at first and third, one down. And coming to the plate is going to be Chad Musser. Musser wears number 32. He's a 6'3" redshirt senior as well out of Plymouth, Minnesota. Yesterday went 1 for 4 and scored 3 runs as he looks at strike one. So getting ahead quickly against each batter has been Lovato, unfortunately not getting a lot of help behind him on the defensive side just yet. So 0-1 count here on Musser. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, looking once again. So 0-2 now on the lefty Chad Musser, right fielder. And ready very quickly is Lovato. He works from the stretch position, first base side of the rubber. Working quickly, here's the pitch. This ball is going to be just fouled off the plate. Count will remain 0-2. Again, welcome to Elva, Oklahoma. Ranger baseball here, playing Game 3 of this series. The Rangers are starting off the season 0-2, dropping both games yesterday. Minnesota Crookston is 2-0. And we'll look at strike 3 there. The ball was dropped, and he'll be tagged to make it official. So another strikeout there looking by Lovato. Now coming to the plate with 2 down is going to be Mitch Goodwin, the shortstop. Goodwin went 1 for 6 yesterday. He had an RBI, scored 3 runs. In the 2 games yesterday, one of the disappointing but impressive things for Minnesota Crookston is they accumulated 21 walks in 2 games. So finding the strike zone a bit difficult for Northwestern yesterday, but there's no doubt that Emilio Lovato is finding the strike zone often here. Count now 0-1 after the foul ball. And here's the pitch by Emilio. Going to be just outside. Count goes to 1-1. On deck, the designated hitter, Ben Goals. So we have 2 on and 2 down here in the top of the first. 1 run already scored via the home run from Jake Chieli. And this pitch will be just outside again. Good location there by Lovato, who's thrown quite a few strikes here in the first inning. Count now 2-1. Goodwin at the plate, a 6-foot sophomore out of Prior Lake, Minnesota. The pitch by Lovato. This one's 2 bounced over the shortstop, picked up, thrown over to first, and bobbled. That's going to be safe. And another error by the Rangers as a solid throw there by the shortstop Hamakawa, but Hoffman bobbled it at the very end. He held on to it, but on the bobble, the runner became safe. So yesterday the story was walks. Today has been the story has been errors, and it's now resulted in a run. So that'll be an unearned run to Lovato, but it's still going to be a run on the scoreboard, and the Golden Eagles take a 2-0 lead. Coming to the plate now is going to be Ben Goals. So Ben Tome did score on the E3. This pitch once again in there for a strike. So working ahead once again, I'm sure that the Ranger baseball coaching staff, specifically pitching staff, has got to be impressed with the start here by Lovato as far as locating his pitches. Just not a lot of luck as far as the defense behind. This ball is crushed into right field. That might score a run. And bobbled out in right field is Norrison. He'll have to throw. He's throwing to third, but nope, stopped at second. Possible pickoff play. They do have a runner stuck between the bases, and they will get on the tag for the third out. The one run did score. The second one will not score. And that'll be all, as a nice pickoff move there by Hamakawa, throwing the ball back into Hoffman to tag off Ben Goals, coming off too far off the base path. We head to the bottom of the first. Rangers trail 3-0. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back very quickly here in Elva, Oklahoma at Myers Stadium and Glass Family Field, bringing you the bottom of the first inning here of game number 3 between the visiting University of Minnesota Crookston Golden Eagles and your hometown Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers. Excited to have baseball up and running again. Crookston put up 3 runs in the bottom of the first thanks to a solid solo home run by Hieli, but then some errors produced a couple more runs in the inning, finished off by a single by Ben Goals, who got knocked in the last run, but then got picked off between the base paths. Pitching now for the Golden Eagles is number 28, Matt Nelson, out of Afton, Minnesota. 6'5", redshirt junior, works from the stretch position. And the first pitch here by Hiroki Kitazaki has popped up and out of play. Kitazaki yesterday went a combined 0 for 4. I think he played just the first game. And here's the pitch. And he fouls this one straight back. So again, 6'5", right-handed redshirt junior, Matt Nelson on the mound for the Golden Eagles. Stands right in the middle of the rubber, but again from the stretch position. He's got an 0-2 count on Kitazaki. Check swing there, ball in the dirt. And the count will move to 1-2. The umpire wants to check the baseball, and he changes it out for a new one. A little MLB style, ball goes in the dirt. Let's get a new baseball. Give you the rest of the Rangers batting order here in just a moment. As the right hitting, oh, nice shot there. Dropped by the shortstop, Goodwin, but he has plenty of time to make the throw. It was a good hit there by Kitazaki, line drive to short, right into the glove of Goodwin, but he dropped it, picked it up, and then made the easy throw out for first out of the inning. So coming to the plate now is going to be third baseman Sean Kelly. Kelly yesterday, one of the top hitters for the Rangers, going 4 for 9. He had a home run and a couple of RBIs. playing third base today for the Rangers. He'll be followed by the All-American first baseman Blake Hoffman. And the first pitch here to Kelly is going to be in there for a strike. In the hole is designated hitter Brandon Holdren. Batting fifth, right fielder Dylan Norrison. Batting sixth, shortstop Hugo Hamakawa. Batting seventh, second baseman Fred Buxton. Here's the second pitch. That one's just quarter checked. That'll be ball one, so the count goes to 1-1. Batting eighth, the catcher Hayden Priest. And batting ninth, center fielder Chase Orrock. So Kelly here with a 1-1 count, one down, bottom of the first. Rangers trail 3-0. And the pitch by Nelson. This one's hit right up the middle, and Kelly continues his hot bat, picking up his fifth hit here in game number 3 with a solid single up the middle. Sean Kelly definitely showing signs of a leadoff hitter, batting in the number 2 spot, getting on base several times now in these 3 games. Coming to the plate now is going to be Blake Hoffman, the first baseman. He's 2 for 9 on the season. He's had a double and an RBI. And the first pitch here from Nelson is laced down the right field line, but foul. Got up on the hands there of Hoffman. Once again, this is Fred Aubuchon bringing you Ranger Baseball, filling in for the voice, Dustin Goodnow. Still working from the stretch position. Nelson set, he deals. There goes the runner. This one slapped into center field off the end of the bat and over the head of the center field. It just kept carrying. So Kelly went on the pitch. It was a hit and run. And Hoffman got it off the end of the bat, kind of a half swing, and sent it to the fence in center field. And Hoffman will be standing at second base. And he'll get a double on the play. Sean Kelly actually slid into second, looked up, couldn't find the ball, didn't start to run back, and then he got pretty fortunate it was not caught. And he ends up at third base. So a double for Hoffman. And coming to the plate now is going to be Brandon Holdren. Holdren off to a great start as well. 2 for 9, scored 3 for 9 and scored 2 doubles. In yesterday's contest, the ball gets away from the catcher, Toma, but the runners will hold. So Holdren again hitting .333 on the season. Great chance to drive in 2 here and narrow that gap here in the first inning. So 2 on, 1 down, both runners in scoring position. Count 1-0 here on Holdren, the DH. And here's the pitch. This one swung on. It's going to be just foul off the first base coach's hand and sails into right field. That should go down as an E11, I think is what it's scored as. And he's definitely feeling that on the end of his hand right now. So count now 1-1 here on Holdren. Again, beautiful afternoon here, mid-50s. This ball shot towards first base, off the glove of the first base when the runner's going to go from third. He will score. And a diving attempt there by Holdren at first as Pepple picks up the ball and throws it to Nelson covering the bag from the pitching mound. Looked like a pretty routine play. And the third base coach, well actually head coach, Bowen is questioning the play at first. And the home plate umpire is gesturing to him right away, allowing the first base umpire to come over and have the conversation. I think the umpire was asking him not to step on the field for the moment. I don't know why he would be stopping him, but that's going to go down as an RBI for Holdren, and Holdren is still standing at first base. So I'm really not sure what's going on. I thought he had called him out. And it is an out, but it's still going to go down as an RBI on the 3-1 putout for out number 2 of the inning. So great job Holdren getting a run in. Sean Kelly scores on the grounder to first. Still standing at second base is Blake Hoffman. And coming to the plate now is going to be the right fielder, number 27, Dylan Norrison. Norrison 2 for 9 yesterday, had a double, but also put in 3 RBIs. And he'll look at ball 1 just outside. So the Rangers get 1 back already. They've picked up a single and a double here in this bottom of first, giving them 2 hits. And the pitch by Nelson just misses outside, ball 2. So great eye there by Dylan Norrison. Norrison, a 6-foot senior out of Loveland, Colorado. Played at Northeastern Junior College before coming here to Northwestern. And this ball shot into center, fairly deep. Going back is Morris, and he'll make the play on the warning track to end the inning. So a good shot there by Norrison, but that'll end it for the first inning here. So we headed to the top of the second. Northwestern trails 3-1. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. Top of the second inning here in Elva. Welcome back to Meyer Stadium and Glass Family Field. The Golden Eagles coming to the plate, and first pitch here by by Emilio Lovato is outside for ball 1. Jack Peppel, the lefty, at the plate now. Here's the pitch. This ball's fouled off out of play behind us. Jack Peppel yesterday went 1 for 3. Peppel, a 6'5", left-handed senior out of Olivia, Minnesota. Check swing there, but will be called for a ball. Count now 2-1 here. Nobody down, nobody on here. Top of the second inning. University of Minnesota Crookston on top 3-1. And that pitch looks good for a strike, so he takes that one look and moves the count to 2-2. Lovato working again very quickly. He takes no time to get back into position to pitch. Working from the stretch, first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Good solid fastball there, fouled off. Catches a piece of the umpire on the way back to the fence. He's shaking his right hand a little bit. I think it just nicked him, so catcher Priest is going to go out and have a conversation with Lovato and give the home plate umpire a chance to shake that one off. Common courtesy between umpires and catchers. They do that for each other as they get nicked quite a bit behind that plate. Almost ready to continue play, but maybe not. It looks like getting rid of a bad baseball first. If that was a pitcher doing it, it would be a stall tactic. My guess is the umpire just needs another minute. And we're good to go. Again, 2-2 count here on Peppel. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And Emilio Lovato continues to pitch very well. So third strikeout recorded for Lovato. Coming to the plate now is going to be left fielder, number 4, left-handed hitting Zeke Haas. Here's the pitch. This ball is hit towards First base, we're going way to his left is Hoffman. He throws it over to Lovato covering. Nice grounder out there. That'll be recorded as a 3-1 put out on one pitch here by Zeke Haas. So good defense that time by Hoffman as he helps record the second out. Now coming to the plate is going to be second baseman Ben Bryant. Bryant, first time up, he struck out looking. He'll take ball one. If we can keep seeing this kind of pitching out of Lovato and better defense behind him, I think the Rangers have a great chance today. This ball is hit again to first base. Hoffman picks it off 2 hops. He'll tag the bag by himself, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Ben Bryant. We head to the bottom of the second. Northwestern trails 3-1. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. And welcome back once again to Alva, Oklahoma. This is Fred Albichon bringing you Ranger Baseball. Bottom of the second inning, Rangers trying to continue to cut into this lead the Golden Eagles put up in the first inning as the Rangers trail 3-1, facing off against Matt Nelson. The big righty facing off against Hamakawa as he drills the first pitch into right center for a single. He's going to go for 2 on the bobble, and he will be in there. And that'll probably go down as a single with an E8, advancing him to second base. He came across that first base with a big turn, and as soon as he saw the center fielder, Morris, fumble the ball, he took off. And again, that should go down as a single E8 if you're scoring at home. So good job, Hugo, picking up a hit. And for Hamakawa, that is his second hit on the season. And now at the plate is going to be Fred Buxton. And he looks at a pitch low, gets away from the catcher just a little bit. Tomei just easily picks that up, so no advance by Hamakawa. Working from the stretch position as he has all game. Matt Nelson on the mound here for the Golden Eagles. And here's the pitch to Buxton. This ball is slapped towards third base, picked up by Hieli, throws over to first. No advance by the runner, so that'll be a ground out for the first out of the inning. I didn't see an error put up on the scoreboard, so they may have given Hugo a double on that play. I'll find out between innings what the official score was, but it might go down as a double. Coming to the plate now is the catcher, right-handed hitting Hayden Priest. Priest yesterday going 1 for 5. Check swing, and it's just low for ball 1. Good take there by Priest. I'd like to see him drive one in the gap here and help score Hamakawa from second base. Here's the 1-0 count and the pitch. That one's going to be low and inside, ball 2. So 2-0 the count. One down, one on here in the bottom of the second inning. Priest out of Enid, Oklahoma. Long look at second base. Here's the pitch. This one's going to get outside. Gets away. Runner's going to try to advance. No throw by the catcher, Tomei. And that one should go down as a pass ball, as it was clearly off the glove of Tomei. So now we have a runner at third on the pass ball. And a count 3-0 now. So Rangers having a great opportunity right here to maybe get back in this game very quickly. The pitch to Priest, that's in there for a strike as he throws his bat, figuring it was ball 4, and he's going to have to go find his bat now. Again, Priest yesterday going 1 for 5 in the doubleheader. Started game 1 as the catcher and eventually pinch hit and stayed in the game later in game number 2. Here's the pitch. That one's definitely, oh, that was inside for sure, and the umpire getting a little payback. Call that a little bit of gamesmanship by the umpire. Now the count is full here to Hayden Priest. And the pitch, he went after one that was way inside, but felt like he had no choice this time as the umpire has expanded the strike zone on the last pitch. So Priest does stay alive, though, keeping the count full. Hamakawa over at third. One down here, bottom of the second. Rangers trail by 2. And the pitch by Nelson. This one's popped up high into left field. Should be deep enough to get Hamakawa in. It's actually not that deep. The wind is playing it, forcing the left fielder Haas to have to move back at the last second. And that put him in a position not to make a play. So that's going to be a sacrifice fly by Hayden Priest with an RBI. Rangers cut the lead to 1 on the fly out to left field. So Hamakawa with some great base path movement out there, putting his team in a position to pick up another run as he advanced on the bobble in center field to second, went on the pass ball to third, and now scores on the sacrifice fly by Hayden Priest. Coming to the plate now is Chase Orrock, center fielder, and he almost gets hit by the pitch. That one was a lazy breaking ball that never really broke. Orrock went 0 for 2 yesterday, also had a walk. So Chase looking for his first hit on the new season. And the pitch by Nelson, this ball's fouled off straight back. Count will go 1-1. At the moment, 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors by Minnesota Crookston, and 2 runs, 3 hits with 3 errors by the Rangers. Orrock, the number 9 hitter here, and he'll check his swing. That ball is inside, moving the count to 2-1. Again, Matt Nelson pitching here for Minnesota Crookston, a 6'5" redshirt junior. And Orrock follows this one off out of play on the right side. Nelson played his high school ball at St. Croix Lutheran Academy. Chase Orrock coming across the country from Concord, North Carolina. Here's the pitch. This one is swung on and missed by Orrock. That'll be a strikeout for Nelson. That's his first of the game. But the Rangers pick up one more. We head to the top of the third inning. Northwestern trails 3-2. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again in Elva, Oklahoma. Mid-50s today, very clear skies, quite windy, blowing out of the west, about 18 to 20 miles an hour on the wind gusts. And here in the top of the third inning, coming to the plate is Jake Hieli. Hieli, his first at bat, hit a home run to right field. As this one's going to be in the dirt, that'll be ball one. So we anticipate with the wind blowing out the way it is just a little bit towards right, we may see a few more homers. There's a lot of lefties in this game. They have a lot of chances to get up there, but Jake hit his opposite field. And he'll look at strike one here on the second pitch from Lovato. Official score did say that was a single with an error on center fielder Morris. So we did get the official score on that. Count now 1-1 here, top of the third. Jake Hieli at the plate. Big cut and a miss. Took a little bit off there. So Lovato again. I love the way he's pitching so far in this game. Yes, he's down 3-2. He gave up the home run to Hieli, but other than that, he has pitched fantastic, and he just had some poor defense behind him in the first inning, but things are looking a little sharper now as the Rangers are starting to warm up here. And that ball goes screaming through the legs of Priest. I think that kind of changed him up a little bit, or maybe crossed up the catcher a bit. That pitch was a little low, but playable. Count now 2-2 here on Jake Hieli. And the pitch. High fastball. Gets out of position for that one. That's not what he's looking for. So full count now here to Hieli, and he's not a guy you just want to groove down the middle. He's going to have to probably off-speed him here a little bit, maybe something away if he can, and may risk the walk, but better than the home run. And here's the pitch. Down the middle. That one's popped up. He got under it. Going to be a tough one. Going out is pretty much everybody, and coming in as the right fielder, Norrison. He'll make the play. So Buxton and Hoffman ran out there after it at the last second. Norrison was able to call him off, and he makes the play for out number one. So going opposite field again was Hieli, but this time it ends up being an out. So one down now here in the top of the third, and coming to the plate is the very dangerous Ben Tomei. As I mentioned yesterday, Tomei with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs in the doubleheader. And he almost gets plunked on this one. Inside pitch, but ball one. Tomei, a 6-foot redshirt senior out of Clearbrook, Minnesota. Takes the pitch up there a little high, but called for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. I'm sure if you're a Minnesota Crookston fan, you get pretty excited when you see all these home runs coming off the bats of their team just to start the season. Rumor has it they're heading to Hawaii after this series. So I guess they figured it wasn't warm enough here in Oklahoma, and they want to try elsewhere. Count now 2-1. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be fouled off out of play on the first base side. Count now goes to 2-2 here with one down. Nobody on, top of the third inning. Minnesota Crookston on top 3-2. And the pitch. It's going to, in there for strike 3. The catcher drops the ball. He still has to throw to first, even though the batter went out of the base path, just to make sure. But I think the umpire called him out immediately. So that's going to go down as another strikeout, 4th strikeout here for Emilio Lovato. And that one was swinging, so 2 down now here in the top of the third inning. Coming to the plate now, Brad Morris. He reached on an error by Hamakawa in the first inning, and he looks at strike one. Morris also eventually scored in the first inning. Working quickly here is Lovato. This is a shot to right field. That's going to get past Buxton. And that'll be a base hit for Morris, so he's on for the second time in as many at-bats. And coming to the plate now is going to be Chad Musser, the lefty. Musser yesterday was 1 for 4, but walked a game-high 5 times in the doubleheader, eventually scoring 3 runs as well. He's 0 for 1 in this game with a strikeout. He takes a huge cut and fouls it off into the glove and then out of the glove. of Priest. So a strike one count here on Musser as he looks down at his coach, looking for any possible plays they may want to have at this moment. And the pitch here by Lovato in there for a strike looking. So the count now 0-2. Musser in jeopardy of striking out for the second consecutive at bat. 1-2 down here in the top of the third. And the pitch by Lovato, high pitch. He's overthrown just a little bit, trying to get him to chase, keeping it far from the strike zone. Not easy to throw it out of the strike zone with 6'3" redshirt senior Chad Musser at the plate out of Plymouth, Minnesota, as he has a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Lovato. This ball is nubbed into left field, but going to go foul. Hit that one off the handle of the bat. It's nice to see over there on the left field line, all the water pretty much gone that was there yesterday, so the field is cleaning up very nicely here for the Rangers here in Elva. This pitch is going to be way outside. Count moves to 2-2. Coming up in the next few innings, we'll get you some updates on Ranger baseball, Ranger softball, basketball, and find out where and when our teams are going to be playing later in this week. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and the fifth strikeout here for Lovato. He's looking fantastic. We head to the bottom of the third. Northwestern trails 3-2. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. And we are back here once again at Myers Stadium in Elva, Oklahoma, and the Glass Family Field. Coming to the plate now is Haruki Kitazaki, facing off against Matt Nelson here in the bottom of the third. Rangers trail 3-2. He'll take the first pitch just outside for ball one. Haruki in his first appearance grounded out to shortstop. Young man from Fukuoka, Japan, as he laces a single into left field. Great stroke there. He's rounding first. He's keeping an eye on the ball. It's bobbled. He's going to second. That's going to be another error on the outfielders. And that'll be a single with an E7 advancing to second base. So Haruki gets a big hit here. So we have a man on here in the top or bottom of the third, and that will be the first hit of the season for Haruki. So congratulations to him on picking up his first hit. And then, of course, advancing with great base running skills on the E7. And coming to the plate is the hottest hitter here for Northwestern, Sean Kelly, who singled and scored a run in the first. Kelly so far has 5 hits here in just 2 days of play. And he feels it as he hits this one into right field. I don't think it's going to score the run. Haruki was not moving quickly off the swing of the bat just in case it was going to be caught at second base. But regardless, he's now standing at third thanks to the back-to-back singles here off the bat of Sean Kelly, who keeps his hot streak going. That's his 6th hit of the season. And the biggest bat for the Rangers coming to the plate in the form of Blake Hoffman. Blake Hoffman returning All-Conference and All-American from the 2021 squad. a team that finished 4th in the GAC last year under Ryan Bowen. Coach of the Year Ryan Bowen for the GAC, as well as the Oklahoma Baseball Coaches Association Coach of the Year. Here's the pitch. That ball gets away, and Kelly wasted no time. Advances on the pass ball here by the catcher, Tomei. So Tomei having a tough time behind the plate. He's had 2 pass balls now. And so we have runners now at 2nd and 3rd. So Hoffman in a great position to possibly give his team the lead here with a base hit. But knowing Hoffman, he'd like to do more than a base hit with his next swing as he crushes one into right field. This ball is high and deep. Going back is Musser. He's on the warning track and gone. And Blake Hoffman does do more than just a single as he crushes his first home run of the season, a 3-run shot straight away right field. And Hoffman's going to be happy about that. I know he wasn't overly happy about his plate appearances yesterday, but he bounces back with his second hit here today with a 3-run homer. So great job, Hoffman. And the Rangers have taken the lead. Northwestern now on top, I believe, 5-3. I'm seeing 6-3 on the scoreboard. I may have missed something, but I think it's 5-3. And we're going to get a quick visit to the mound to check on Nelson. We have some people warming up in the bullpen. So we'll take a break here for just a second as they collect their thoughts out here with Minnesota Crookston. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. And we are back once again, getting very exciting here in Elva. Oh, there's a shot by Holdren into right field for another single. So the bats are seriously coming alive here for Northwestern early in the game as they pick up another hit, 4th consecutive hit of this inning with nobody down. So Brandon Holdren picks up a hit. He had an RBI back in the 1st inning. And he follows that up with a solid hit into right field. So again, a lot of activity down in the Golden Eagles bullpen as Matt Nelson is getting teed off on. And coming to the plate now, Dylan Norrison. Norrison hit a fly ball to center field last time up. Pretty deep, but playable for center fielder Morris out there. He'll look at strike 1. So on first right now, Brandon Holdren. Blake Hoffman driving in 2 runs with his driving in 3 runs technically with his 3-run homer to right. This ball's way inside. Getting out of the way is Norrison. Dylan Norrison, right fielder here out of Loveland, Colorado, a 6-foot senior right-handed player. Facing off against the right-handed pitching Matt Nelson. And here's the pitch. This ball's hit towards shortstop, playable. Oh, what a snag there by Goodwin. Falling to his falling to his right, making a great play there. Nice looking hit there by Norrison, but it's going to be a line out to short. And that'll be the first out of the inning, stopping the 4 consecutive hits by the Rangers. And coming to the plate now is Hugo Hamakawa. Hugo's first at bat, he had a lot of excitement. Had a single, moved to second on an error by the center fielder, advanced to third on a pass ball, and eventually was driven in by Hayden Priest with the sacrifice fly. So Hugo Hamakawa 1 for 1 with the run scored. And here's the pitch by Nelson from the stretch. A bunt attempt. Nope, pulled back. That'll be ball 1. Brandon Holdren standing on first base, looking to advance himself. Rangers picking up 3 so far here in the bottom of the 3rd. And they are sporting a 5-3 lead. Here's the pitch. That one's fought off to the shortstop side, picked up by Goodwin, throw over to first, and he will get him, but the run does advance to second. The runner advances to second, so hold run at second base. And Hugo grounds out to the shortstop. So 2 down now here in the bottom of the third, and Freddie Buxton coming to the plate. Buxton in his last appearance grounded out to third base. So runner in scoring position, 2 down. There's a swing on the right side. It's probably going to get out of play, and it will, over into the bullpen over there of the Golden Eagles. So really great to see Northwestern's bats coming alive in this game. They had 15 hits in the doubleheader yesterday, already picking up 7 here in the first 3 innings. Check swing, and they're saying he went. So strike 2 there to Freddie Buxton. Buxton, a right-handed hitting second baseman. Out of Silverdale, Washington, he'll foul this one off as well and staying alive. Played at Bellevue Community College. Oh, 0-2 still the count here on Buxton. And here's the pitch. And swung on a miss. He was way ahead of that one, so that'll be all for the Rangers, but they pick up 3 thanks to the home run by Blake Hoffman. 3-run shot to right field as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Northwestern now on top 5-3. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. And we're ready to resume action here in Alva. Coming to the plate now, Mitch Goodwin, the shortstop for the Golden Eagles. And he takes the first pitch and pops it up. First base side, Blake Hoffman reaches way back to make the play. And Hoffman picking up his defense much better now in these later innings as we have 1 down here in the top of the 4th. So Goodwin pops out to first base in foul territory. And coming to the plate now is Ben Goals. Goals had an RBI single, but ended the inning getting caught in between first and second as right fielder Norrison got the ball in quickly to Hamakawa, who threw it over to Hoffman to complete the final out. This ball is a check swing, dribbling over to third base, scooped up nicely. Wow, what a play by Kelly. Throws in the dirt to Hoffman. Hoffman scoops it out, and like I said, Hoffman's defense getting much better. I've got to say, the feeling from the Rangers right now, the focus and the intensity, maybe even a little bit more desire to win this game, they're looking good. And the head coach now for the Golden Eagles has decided to actually get into the third base box. And the home plate umpire wants to eject him, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, third base coach now just joining us in this inning. So nice play there at third base by Kelly. And at the plate now is going to be Jack Pepple. Pepple struck out his last time up. And he'll look at ball one, just a little bit high on that one. Pepple, left-handed hitting first baseman out of Olivia, Minnesota. He's also a senior. Stands at 6'5" there in the box, and he'll look at strike one. Taking all the way. Count goes to 1-1. 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Rangers scoring so far in each of their first 3 innings. Having a slight lead now over Minnesota Crookston. Here's a shot to Hoffman. Hoffman picks up off one hop. And Blake Hoffman involved in all 3 outs to end the inning. We head to the bottom of 4. Northwestern on top, 5-3. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. And we are back in action here in Alva, here at Meyer Stadium and Glass Family Field. This is Fred Abishot bringing you Ranger Baseball. Coming to the plate now is going to be catcher Hayden Priest. Priest will be facing relief pitcher Isaac Roars. Roars, a freshman out of Stacy, Minnesota. The freshman played at Forest Lake High School. Right-hander. First pitch in there for a strike. He works from a wind-up position and has a big leg kick on his delivery. And here's the pitch. This ball is going to be fouled off by Priest. Priest, in his first at-bat back in the 2nd inning, was able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly out to left field, out to Haas. So he's looking for his first official hit of the game. And this one's going to be fouled off once again. Looked like a big curveball there by the freshman. So Matt Nelson goes 3 innings, gives up 5 runs and 7 hits. And here's the pitch. Ball's high and outside for ball 1. So count now goes to 1-2. So Nelson again going 3 innings, giving up the 5 runs, 7 hits. He had 3 strikeouts, and he did not give up any walks. His team did commit a couple of errors behind him, but those errors allowed base runners to advance, not so much allowing hits to happen. This ball is driven deep by Priest into center field. Going back is center fielder Morris, and that one is gone. Hayden Priest with a solo shot to deep center field. And he will pick up his first home run on the new season. So the bats continue to stay hot here for the Rangers. The leadoff home run here in the bottom of the 4th. So the freshman Isaac Roars is greeted very rudely here by the Rangers. And coming to the plate now is going to be the center fielder Chase Orrock. Orrock struck out back in the 2nd inning. He was also 0 for 2 yesterday, so he's looking for his first hit, and there it is. It's going to get into right center. That's a base hit, big turn, and he'll hold up at first. So how about that? Chase Orrock follows Hayden Priest's home run with his first hit and drives a single into right field. And this looks like it could be a bullpen day here for the Golden Eagles. And the catcher, Ben Tomei, is going to go out and visit the young freshman and have a conversation. And I believe similar to Pro Ball rules, there's a limitation on the number of visits that can take place as well in the college game. Haruki Kitazaki coming to the plate now here in the bottom of the fourth. He has scored and singled, as well as grounding out to shortstop. Kitazaki hits one into center field. That should drop in. It will. That's going to be a hit. So Kitazaki, picking up his second hit in as many at-bats, is standing on first, and he's able to drive Orrock over to second base. And this has been an explosion of hits for the Rangers. This is what we were hoping to see yesterday. Unfortunately, we didn't, but love to see that the Northwestern Rangers are not going to let one bad day get to them. They're coming out today, and they want it bad. So great job by Coach Bowen to fire his team back up again. And coming to the plate now is Sean Kelly. Kelly with 6 hits on the season already. He has singled twice and scored twice. Kelly looking to pick up a couple of RBIs here possibly. Working from the stretch is Roris. He throws this one low, ball 1. Kelly has 2 RBIs on the season so far. Has a potential to add a few more here with 2 runners on and nobody down in the bottom of the fourth. Rangers on top 6-3, thanks to the home run by Hayden Priest to center field. Big swing. He fouled that one off. Didn't quite get all of it. Count goes to 1-1 on Kelly. On deck, Blake Hoffman. Hoffman already has 2 extra base hits, including a 3-run homer. And he would love to have some ducks in the pond when he gets up there. So Rangers are rebounding very well today after losing the first 2 in the series yesterday. Up 6-3 here in the bottom of the fourth. Big breaking ball in there for a strike. Kelly not liking that pitch. He's not one he wants to swing at, a breaking ball. He wants that fastball he can drive deep. Big gap out there in left center with the wind blowing from left to right. Wind is out of the west pretty consistently. Long look in here for Roars. Here's the pitch, and big swing and a miss. He took something off that, looked like a bit of a slider, and Kelly goes down swinging for the first time today. So with 1 down and 2 on, coming to the plate now is the All-American Blake Hoffman. Hoffman doubled back in the first inning, did not score, but then in the third inning with 2 on, he drove a ball deep to right field and picked up his first home run of the season. So Hoffman 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs in this game. And a potential pickoff play over at second in safely is Orrock. So Hoffman 2 for 2 today. Yesterday he had 2 hits and 9 at-bats. One of those also a double, so he's already got 3 extra base hits here so far in just the first 2 days of the season. The pitch by Roars is going to be low and outside. Looked like he was trying to pull off a backdoor slider or a backdoor cutter on that pitch. Orrock over at second, Kitazaki over at first. Outfield playing a little deep, favoring the big bat of Hoffman. That ball is going to be outside as well. And I'm sure that's a little frustrating to Blake. He wants to swing. He's not one that wants to walk. He wants no free passes. He wants big hits. Two 2-0 now the count here with 1 down, 2 on here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch, big cut, going to go foul into the parking lot on the third base side. And that didn't sound good. In other words, that probably hit somebody's vehicle the way that sounded. Count now is still count is 2-1. Roar's working from the stretch, middle of the rubber. Here's the pitch. This ball is hit high in the infield. Lots of communication. That's an infield fly. And snagged by the first baseman, Peppel, for out number 2. He just got under that one a little bit, still trying to drive that deep into right. But that'll go down as his first out of the game, out number 2. Now coming to the plate, the DH, number 9, Brandon Holdren. Holdren from Baytown, Texas. 5'11" lefty facing off against the right-handed relief pitching of Isaac Roars. Holdren so far 1 for 2. He singled in the third, but he did ground out, forcing an RBI back in the first. And the first pitch to Holdren, he's going to hold up there, but it's called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Things definitely different here from yesterday. The wind was blowing directly in from center field. The outfielders are playing much more shallow today. They are a lot deeper, especially in center and right. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Rangers sporting their red tops with black numbers and white trim around the numbers with their white pants. The Golden Eagles here with their black tops today. Black tops with maroon numbers, gold trim, and white pants. Here's the pitch. This one swung on a miss for strike 3. So recording his first strikeout of the season as Isaac Roars. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Northwestern on top, 6-3. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. And welcome back as we resume action here in Elva, Oklahoma. Top of the 5th inning, the Golden Eagles coming to the plate. And correction, Isaac Roars, the freshman, actually had 2 strikeouts in the previous inning. As the first pitch here to Zeke Haas is in there for a strike. So working quickly again, Emilio Lovato, who's pitching very well here for the Rangers as he works into his 5th inning of work. And this ball is going to be hit to the second baseman. Buxton off one hop, picks it up, throws over to Hoffman for out number 1. And already 1 down here in the top of the 5th after the ground out. That was Haas's second ground out in the game. He's now 0 for 2. And starting over in the order now, Ben Bryant coming to the plate. Bryant has struck out and grounded out to first. And he'll look at strike 1 in there right away. Gotta love what you're seeing out of Lovato right now. He's looking like a true starter as he's off to a really solid start here in the game number 3 of this series. This ball's hit to shortstop. Hamakawa charges off a couple of hops, throws to first, and in there in time for out number 2. So another ground out for Bryant on the 6-3 putout for the second out of the inning. Lovato coming off a 1-2-3 inning in the fourth, trying to repeat that feat here in the fifth. But he'll have to deal with Jake Hieli, as Jake had a home run back in the first inning and then flew out to right field in the second, which is where most of the balls have gone today. The right side of Glass Family Field. This ball is high and tight, and it did hit him on the hand, and that's going to be the first hit by pitch of this game. And so much for the 1-2-3 inning, as Hieli's over at first with 2 down. Coming to the plate. Oh, you're going to have a conversation between the home plate umpire and Coach Bowen, asking about the hit by pitch. I'm thinking he's asking what, there's not one bit of movement by the hitter to get out of the way, so why is that a hit by pitch? And the home plate umpire, I guess, just disagrees with the conversation and just gets right back to work. So here we are with one on, 2 down here in the top of the fifth inning. Coming to the plate, Ben Tomei. And a big swing and a miss by the catcher. Tomei reached base on an error by Kelly over at third, and then struck out in the third. And here is the pitch. This one's going to be fouled off on the first base side, way out of play. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors here by the Golden Eagles. 6 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors by the Rangers. All those errors coming back in the first inning. The defense has been solid ever since. And the pitch just high. That'll move the count to 1-2 on Tomei. Ben Tomei, a catcher out of Clearbrook, Minnesota, played at Bagley High School. Went 3 for 5 yesterday with 3 home runs. Ooh, just missing on that pitch. Count will now go to 2-2 with 2 down. Over on first, Jake Hieli. And ready to go already is Emilio Lovato. He wants to get this last out very quickly. And this will be outside. He's going to have to work a little harder for it as he sees ball 3 now. If I'm the Rangers, I can't be afraid of throwing a walk here to Tomei with his power and focusing on Morris, but Morris does get on base quite a bit as he's singled and reached on an error already in this game. This ball's going to be slapped in right field pretty deep. Going back is Norrison. He can't get it. It's off the wall. Coming around third is Hieli. He will score. Throw over to third, and they're going to have him picked off now, so the run will count. And great throw by Hoffman over to Kelly. Kelly runs him down all the way to the bag as they both slide into second, but that'll be an out. So a run does score, but the great arm by Norrison to Kelly, and then Kelly running him down worked out pretty well here for the Rangers. So that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, but the Golden Eagles pick up 1 run. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here ready to resume action in the bottom of the 5th inning as the Rangers are about to come back to the plate, already putting on 10 hits today in just 4 innings, producing 6 runs. The Ranger bats have looked fantastic. Dylan Norrison coming to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He's lined to short and flown out to center. So he's hitting the ball very well. Just got to find some space out there where maybe a player isn't standing. And Norrison will follow this one out of play on the first base side. Isaac Rohr is still in the game after finishing 1 inning of play in relief back in the bottom of the 4th. Roars gave up 1 run, a homer to Hayden Priest, managed to keep the Rangers from crossing again with a couple of strikeouts. He did give up 2 more singles in that inning, but they were stranded to finish off the bottom of 4. Count now 1-1 here on Dylan Norrison. Here's the pitch. Norrison swinging a miss, chasing outside in that one just a little bit. Watching Roars warm up here for the 5th, he was looking pretty wild, not hitting the glove very well in his warm-up, but he's looking a little better here as the count goes to 1-2. And that one is way outside on the first base side. Count now 2-2 here on Dylan Norrison. Starting to get a lot of fans coming into the stadium now. As it's warmed up out there, it's about 56 degrees. That ball is wide and outside as well. Nice stop there by Tomei. Wind's still about 18 to 20 miles an hour out of the west, so really gusting a lot out towards the right field or across the field to the right side. See a lot of the Rangers softball team is here. Excited to see them out in their first games coming up here in a couple of days. There's a slap shot deep into left. Going back is Haas. It's going to be off the base of the wall. Norrison rounding first. He'll go up standing into second base with a stand-up double, and Norrison picking up his first hit of the day. And the extra base hits continue on here for the Rangers. There's some activity down in the Golden Eagles bullpen. I don't assume any changes coming just yet. And coming to the plate, the very dangerous Hugo Hamakawa. Hamakawa reached with a single back in the second, eventually scored. He eventually then grounded out in the third to a shortstop. Chance for Hugo to extend this lead of the Rangers as they're up 6-4. And he'll put this one deep into the parking lot on the left-hand side. And there was a car just exiting, and he has no idea how lucky he was. He just missed the rear end of his vehicle by about 10 feet. Timing is everything. 0-1 now the count. Nobody down, 1 on here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch way outside. Good stop there by Tomei. Again, Lovato looking a little shaky here in this inning as far as his control, and he was showing that in his warm-ups. Count now 1-1. The lanky righty sets from the middle of the rubber, stretch position. Here's the pitch. This ball is shot into right field. Hamakawa comes through with another hit to right. They're going to hold the runner up at third. It was just played very well out there by Musser, and Hamakawa picks up his second hit of the game. And there are runners at the corners. And coming to the plate now is going to be Freddie Buxton. Buxton is 0 for 2 in the game so far. Buxton 0 for 3 yesterday. He's looking for his first hit of the season. And the way things are looking for the Rangers, I would not be shocked if that comes right here. Nobody down, 2 on. And here's the pitch to Buxton. That's going to sweep across for a very delayed strike call. Not quite sure if the umpire thought that was a strike or not, but he eventually called it. Roar's set. He deals. This ball is hit high into left field. Short left field coming in is Haas. He loses it, and that's going to drop about 4 feet away from him. He lost it with the wind, and a runner will score. That might go down as a single. He never even came close to touching it. He just lost it from the wind. And I think that will go down as a single. So until I hear from the official score, I'm going to say Buxton just picked up his first hit of the year. So good job, Freddie Buxton. And he picks up an RBI as Norrison scores from third. Hamakawa moving over to second. And coming to the plate now, Hayden Priest. Priest had a sacrifice RBI in the second and then drilled a solo home run in the fourth. And he hits this one out of play on the right side. Wind a real problem here today. If you put the ball high enough, you're going to have a lot of territory to cover to try to chase it down, and that was the case there for Haas in left field. As Buxton picks up his first hit and RBI. And Roars is set. He deals. He puts one right over the heart of the plate, and not catching up to it is Priest. Count now 0-2 on Hayden Priest, catcher here for the Rangers. Priest, a product of Enid, Oklahoma. Nobody out, 2 on here. High pitch, ball 1. So the Rangers having a much more productive day today than they did yesterday, as they have managed to score in every single inning so far in this game, as they lead 7-4 here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Good stop there by Tomei. There's a good chance that Isaac Roars would probably still face Chase Orrock, another righty, to finish off the bottom of the ninth, or bottom of the order, here in the 5th. This ball is fouled once again. Big bender there by Roars. I don't know if one of these two 8-9 hitters gets on, if he'll get a chance to face the top of the order in Kitazaki. So again, activity down in the Golden Eagles bullpen. There's one guy warming up down there. Nobody warming up in the Ranger bullpen. Emilio Lovato going 5 strong so far. This ball's fouled straight back. Lovato yielding 3 runs in the first inning. No runs in the second, third, or fourth, giving up 1 in the 5th. And he currently has a lead here in the bottom of the 5th of 7-4. So I would assume we're definitely going to see him again at least for one more inning. At the plate still, Hayden Priest, who is 1 for 1 with a couple of RBIs and a home run today. Here's the pitch, way outside for ball 3. The count now full. And this isn't necessarily the situation you want to do a hit and run on with men at first and second with nobody out. But the hits are definitely favoring the Rangers as they're out hitting the Golden Eagles 13-4 through 5 innings. Here's the pitch down the heart of the plate there and fouled off, staying alive, Hayden Priest. Through the first 3 games of the season, it looks like Hayden Priest might be the #1 catcher for the Rangers. I'm not sure of that, and maybe those decisions haven't been made just yet, but he seems to have gotten the most playing time at the position. Battling well at the plate today. That ball is inside, and he'll get a walk. I think that might be our first walk for the Rangers. And the bases are now loaded for Chase Orrock, and Orrock got a hit back in the 4th inning. And he comes up in a great situation to really extend this lead. And so far, Isaac Roars is going to stay out there. He looked even into the dugout to see if there's going to be any moves, and they're staying with him. And as I thought they would, facing the #9 hitter, that might be a good place to finish off your appearance here in relief. And his first pitch is outside of the left-handed batter's batting box, and Orrock, a right-handed batter. So ball 1 far outside. Bases loaded, nobody down here in the bottom of the 5th. This pitch swung on and missed by Orrock. That'll be strike 1. Rangers have already put up 1 run in this inning. Dylan Norrison doubled and eventually scored off the RBI single by Fred Buxton. On third base, Hamakawa. Over at second is Buxton. Priest walked. He's standing on first. Chase Orrock at the plate. Ball low. Big stop there again by Tomei. Defensively here for the Golden Eagles, out in left field, Haas. Over in center is Morris. Out in right is Musser. Playing at third base, Hayeli. Shortstop, sure-handed Goodwin. At second, Bryant. Over at first base is Peppel. This ball is shot towards third base. Thrown to home by Hayeli. And a double play over to first by the catcher. So Tomei turning the double play. Not one you see very often for double plays, but a nice play and arm there by Hayeli at third. Throws to the catcher, Tomei, for one. Relay to first to Peppel for two. And the Rangers are now sitting with runners at second, third, and two down. And coming to the plate now, Haruki Kitazaki. Kitazaki 2 for 3 on the day with a couple of singles, and he scored a run. And he'll look at the first pitch, his slider in there for a strike. So again, Hamakawa was thrown out at the plate by the third baseman, 5-2 for the first out, and then 2-1 to complete the double play on Orok. Kitazaki at the plate with 2 down, 2 on here in the bottom of 5 pitches inside for a ball. So due to the double play, I think they're sticking with Roars, giving him a chance to finish off the inning. I think if somebody would have got on or a run would have scored from that last batter, I think that would have probably been it. But he gets a chance to stay in here. He throws a big bender just inside for ball 2. Count moves now to 2-1 here on Kitazaki. Again, he grounded out in the first, but had back-to-back singles in the third and the fourth inning. He also scored back in the third. And here's the pitch. Going to be outside. Big stop there by Tomei as that one once again outside the left-handed batter's box. And Tomei is definitely going to have a few bruises to show on his way to Hawaii this week. Kitazaki in a great position now, 3-1 with first base open. He doesn't have to chase. Standing on deck, the very dangerous Sean Kelly as we have time called. Not sure what happened right there, but the home plate umpire is walking out with the catcher. And I'm not sure what is taking place there, but they're going to count that, I think, as a mound visit. Possibly. There's a long conversation taking place between the catcher and the home plate umpire. Not really sure what transpired there, but maybe we can find out. And here's the pitch by Roars. That ball's low and away, and it's just going to be a walk here to Kitazaki, who will be on base for the third time today. So Haruki is going down to first base, and that will load him up. As we have Buxton over on third and Priest on second, joined by Haruki now on first. And there is going to be an official mound visit now between the catcher and the pitcher, but I'm not really sure if they counted that last one as a mound visit, because I think the catcher called time at the very last second, which is an odd thing to do. And coming to the plate now, Sean Kelly. Kelly 2 for 3 today with a couple of singles. He has struck out, but he also scored a couple of runs. So the Rangers getting bases loaded once again. Earlier in this inning, they were in this position, and they end up grounding out into a double play from third to home and home to first, so no runs scored in that situation. Only run scored this inning still by Dylan Norrison. And this ball is fouled off, just getting out the first base side. A lazy fly ball, making the count 0-1. Sean Kelly, 6 hits so far on the season. Out of Arlington, Texas, a 6-foot junior. And having a very long inning is Isaac Roars, the freshman. Here's a pitch from Roars. It's way outside. That one will get away. The runners do not advance. Covering the plate very quickly is Roars, and Tomei is able to run it down and prevent the run from scoring. That was close to being a run. So count now 1-1. And taking his time getting back in the box is Sean Kelly. Kelly does not want to just go 2 for 4 right now. He's looking to get another hit. And another ball way outside. Count goes to 2-1. And we're thankful for all of our listeners listening both in Minnesota and throughout the country, fans of both Minnesota Crookston and Northwestern. Appreciate you tuning in and listening up. That one almost clips the ears there of Kelly. Count now moves to 3-1 with the bases loaded. There's no way you can afford a walk right now. Your team still in close range of the score being 7-4 in favor of the Rangers. This is a big pitch for the young freshman. Isaac Rohr's pitching from Stacy, Minnesota, trying to keep his team in the game right here. And this pitch is crushed into left field and played perfectly by Haas. I thought for a second it might get over his head, but at the last second he backed up and made the play. So Rohr's comes through with a fly out to left field to finish off the inning. We head to the top of the 6th, Northwestern on top 7-4. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are ready to resume play here in the top of the 6th inning. This is Fred Aubuchon bringing you Ranger Baseball. Leading off, Brad Morris. And Morris looks at strike 1 from starting pitcher Emilio Lovato. Lovato pitching a strong game, giving up 4 runs on only 4 hits. His team has committed 3 errors. Those were all in the first inning, which led to the production of a couple of those runs. That pitch is going to miss, so the count is going to go to 1-1. Morris so far is 1 for 2 with a single and reach base on an error. He did score a run as well. And the pitch from Lovato is crushed into the dugout of the Rangers for a foul ball. Bounces all the way out into short left field. Hamakawa picks that ball up, throws it back over to his teammates. Count now 1-2 here to lead off the top of the 6th inning. Brad Morris, the center fielder, at the plate. And the pitch. Ball is hit towards second. Picked up easily there by Buxton. Flips over to 1. And that'll be 1 down here in the top of 6. Coming to the plate now is going to be Chad Musser. Musser is 0 for 2 in the game thus far as he has struck out both times. Yesterday, Musser was 1 for 4 officially, but also had 5 walks. And the first pitch to Musser in there for a strike. been a while since we've seen a strikeout here by Lovato. He has 5 in the game, but none in the last couple innings as we look at strike 2 there to Musser. He was able to get the Golden Eagles to go down 1-2-3 back in the 4th inning, and that also 1-2-3 in the 2nd inning. And there's a strikeout we were looking for, and that's the 3rd time Musser goes down. And that one was looking for the 2nd time. So working quickly on Musser was Emilio Lovato. And coming to the plate now is going to be the shortstop, Mitch Goodwin. Goodwin reached an error back in the 1st inning, and he flew out to the first baseman, Hoffman, in the 4th. And there's strike 1. So far it looks like Lovato likes even-numbered innings. If he can complete the 1-2-3 here, that'll be innings 2, 4, and 6 of completing a 1-2-3 inning. There's a ball hit to third base. Going to be picked up there by Kelly. Long throw to first, and there we go. 1-2-3 innings. So Lovato loving the even numbers. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Northwestern on top, 7-4. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again, bottom of the 6th inning here at Myers Stadium. This is Fred Aubuchon bringing you Ranger baseball in place of Dustin Goodnow, the voice of the Rangers. Coming to the plate now, Blake Hoffman. And Hoffman will see first pitch outside for ball 1. Hoffman so far in the game, 2 for 3, a 3-run homer and a double. He's also flown out to first base. And he's facing off against relief pitcher Trace Brayton. And the pitch from Brayton is crushed into right field, way on the line, and going to go just foul. Hits off the base of the wall in right field, but in foul territory. So a good cut there by Hoffman, who's having a heck of a day. So Trace Brayton, a 6'1" redshirt sophomore out of Prentice, Wisconsin. He works from the extreme third base side of the rubber in the stretch position. Here's the pitch. This ball's hit high into center field. Going back is Morris at the warning track. Comes in a few steps, and he'll make the play. So a long fly out there by Hoffman, who's starting to feel it. He's getting his long ball going. But that'll still be out number 1 here to lead off the bottom of the 6th. And coming to the plate now is going to be Brandon Holdren, the designated hitter here for the Rangers. Holdren, a lefty, so it's a lefty-lefty matchup here. Holdren from Baytown, Texas. He is 1 for 3 on the day as he'll look at strike 1. He is singled, grounded out, had an RBI ground out, and struck out. Excited to see Cade Madsen back in the booth with me again. I think he had to go to class for a little while, but now he's back here in the box with us, and he's going to walk away. He's afraid I might put him on with me here. That pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Count goes to 1-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 down. Nobody on for the Rangers. Rangers on top right now 7-4 with a barrage of hits. They've got 13 in the game so far through just 5 1/3 innings. And the pitch, check swing in there for strike 2. Good high fastball there by relief pitcher Trace Brayton. There is definitely more activity going on down in the Golden Eagles dugout. This might be a lefty-lefty matchup since we had a couple lefties in a row. And a bender in there for strike 3 looking, and Holdren goes down on strikes for the second time. And picking up his first strikeout of the season is Trace Brayton. Coming to the plate now is going to be Dylan Norrison. Norrison so far 1 for 3, had a big double to get things started in the 5th inning. He eventually scored. Right fielder, like I said, 1 for 3 in this game. And that ball is going to be just inside for a strike. Norrison jumping back close to his left shoulder on the pitch, but he's definitely crowding the plate. Brayton trying to get the Rangers here in 3 consecutive batters. That'll be the first time in the game that they would have gone down 1-2-3 if that happens. Ball 1 low there to Norrison. Dylan Norrison, a product of Northeastern Junior College in Colorado. Here's the pitch. And taking that one all the way was Norrison. He definitely wishes he wouldn't have. That was a good-looking high fastball. That was definitely in his wheelhouse. So count now goes to 1-2, and the Rangers are in jeopardy of going down 3 straight here for the first time. And here's the pitch. That one's low, bounces in there for a ball. Count now goes to 2-2 here on Norrison. Again, Trace Brayton taking over for Isaac Roars, who went 2 innings, who took over for Matt Nelson, who started the game here for the Golden Eagles. And the pitch, this ball is crushed into left field. That ball is deep, going back as Haas looking up, off the scoreboard and gone. A home run for Dylan Norrison, who got every bit of that pitch into the wind. Norrison picks up his 2nd hit of the game and will score his 2nd run in back-to-back innings. So the Rangers refuse to go down 1-2-3, and for the 6th consecutive inning, they have scored at least 1 run. And here comes Hugo Hamakawa, another lefty, to face off against Trace Brayton. Congratulations, Dylan Norrison, with the big home run to left field. That ball is going to be way outside for ball 1. Norrison yesterday was 2 for 9. He had 3 RBIs and a double. He's fouled that up with a double today and a home run. This ball is hit between first and second. It's going to get in there. A seeing eye single for Hugo Hamakawa, and he picks up his 2nd hit of the game. Now with a bunch of right-handed pitchers right-handed hitters coming up, I don't know if they're going to let Brayton continue. And here comes the coach. And so as coach comes out to the mound to have a conversation with Brayton and his team, we'll just take a quick break as the Rangers score one more time here in the bottom of the 6th. On top 8-4. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. And we are back here once again, still in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rangers doing more damage. Big home run by Dylan Norrison, extending the lead to 8-4. New pitcher on the mound here for the Golden Eagles, Joey Greco. Greco, a redshirt junior out of Half Moon Bay, California. Played some ball at Canada College before joining the fellows at Minnesota Crookston. And he'll face off against pinch hitter. Oh, Frisbee pinch hits to second base in one pitch and one quick out. So Joseph Frisbee was out there as a pinch hitter, and he grounds out to second to end the inning. We'll be back at the top of the 7th here in a few moments. Rangers on top, 8-4. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are back here once again at Myers Stadium in Glass Family Field in Elva, Oklahoma. Temperature now just above 58, heading into 59 degrees. Wind still strong out of the west. Defensive change for the Rangers now. Over at second base, number 1, Brett Erickson. Still on the mound for the Rangers, number 13, Emilio Lovato. And coming to the plate, number 23, the DH, Ben Goals. And something you don't see very often with a turfed field is the umpire cleaning off home plate. So Goals now will step in. Lovato working from the stretch position as he has all game. Goals 1 for 2 on the day with a single, and he'll hit this one straight back into the backstop. Goals had an RBI single back in the first inning. He then grounded out to third base in the 4th. Still a little bit chilly today in these upper 50-degree temperatures with the winds, bringing that wind chill down closer to 50 degrees. Here's the pitch to Goals, inside there for a strike. That'll move the count to 0-2. Lovato coming off of a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th, picking up another strikeout, giving him 6 for the day. Here's the 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one way inside, almost gets the batter. Just misses his shoes. Moving the count to 1-2. Lovato on the day giving up 4 hits on his 4 runs. 2 of those runs unearned. So you could say this is one solid outing for Lovato as he picks up another strikeout. Number 7. Great start to the top of the 7th as Goals goes down swinging. Coming to the plate now is going to be the first baseman, Jack Peppel. He's one of those strikeout victims. He's also grounded out to Hoffman over at first base. Activity now in both bullpens. And there's a pitch over the heart of the plate for strike 1. We've got a lefty warming up for the Rangers, and we have a lefty and a righty warming up. Excuse me, 2 righties warming up for the Golden Eagles. Here's the pitch from Lovato. That one's going to be low. Doesn't quite hit over the strike zone. Ball 1. This is game 3 of a 3-game series here with Minnesota Crookston. They came in yesterday and they swept the doubleheader, but they trailed today to the Rangers in game 3 as this ball's crushed into right field. That should drop for a hit. It does. Going all the way to the wall, picking it up is Norrison. He's got a long throw in. It's going to be a stand-up double there for Jack Peppel. And Peppel picks up his first hit of the game with a one-out double into right field. And it's been a while since the Golden Eagles had a little rhythm going, but you got to give them a little credit here, fighting back down 8-4, as they have a runner now in scoring position with only one down, and Zeke Haas coming to the plate. Haas with a couple of groundouts today, one to the first base side and one to the third base side. Here's a ball hit deep into left field. Going out is going to be Kitazaki. He makes the play on the run, throws back to second, but no chance to get Peppel as he gets back into second safely. So a quick out here on Haas as he flies out to left field. And that'll be out number 2. Coming to the plate now is going to be the second baseman, number 2, Ben Bryant. Bryant out of Fargo, North Dakota, looking for his first hit of the game. He's grounded out twice and he struck out to begin the game back in the first. First pitch fastball inside for ball 1. So sitting here with 2 down now in the top of the 7th inning, man on second. And the pitch to Bryant's popped up on the third base side. Coming over is Hamakawa, playing it behind third base. Wynn takes it, but he's able to recover, and that'll be 3 outs. So a little threat there with Jack Peppel at second base off the double, but to none avail. So we head to the bottom of the 7th as they strand 1. The Rangers leading the Golden Eagles 8-4 here in Game 3. We'll be back in just a few moments on the Ranger Sports Network. And welcome back here to Alva, Oklahoma. Fred Aubuchon bringing you Ranger baseball. Going to the plate now, catcher Hayden Priest, as he'll look at ball 1 here, still facing off against relief pitcher Joey Greco. Rangers on top 8-4 here in the bottom of the 7th, trying to take at least one game in this series. And this ball's popped up. Going to be short center field. Morris shading his eyes, having a hard time seeing it, but then he eventually makes the play, and that'll be out number 1. With a fly out to center field. Going to the plate now is going to be center fielder Chase Orrock. Rangers trying to finish this third game of this series with University of Minnesota Crookston before playing again tomorrow here at home versus Newman University. Game time 2 o'clock. And it looks like Coach Bowen has asked for a timeout. He'd like to have a conversation with Orrock, maybe about the alignment of what they're seeing or about how the pitching has been going. Rangers in action once again this weekend coming up, playing a 3-game series, or technically not a series, but they're playing 3 games, one against New Mexico Highlands on Friday at noon. Then they'll play Washburn on Saturday at 2:30, followed up by another game with New Mexico Highlands on Sunday at 2:30, trying to squeeze that one in right before the Super Bowl, before heading on the road to begin conference play, already in the middle of February playing conference play. So Ranger baseball very busy here this first week or 10 days of the season. Orrock almost gets hit on the first one, has to back out of that one. Ball 1 here from Greco. Orrock looking for another hit. He has a single. He's 1 for 3 officially, as he'll see strike 1. Count goes to 1-1, 1 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. Rangers holding a comfortable 8-4 lead. They've picked up 15 hits in this game. And he'll look at another bender, but that one's just a little bit low for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Rangers had 15 hits in the 2 games combined yesterday. They've now doubled their hit total on the season with just 1 game today, and this one's not even over. That ball is going to be low for ball 3. So just missing is Greco. He's putting it down just a little bit low the last few pitches. Orrock back in the box. Count 3-1. Here's the pitch, and he swings, hits this one to third base. Playing it off 2 hops is Hieli, and he'll make the play. Nice stretch by Peppel over there at first base. So a little ground out to third base right there for out number 2. And coming back to the top of the order, leadoff hitter Haruki Kitazaki. Kitazaki so far been on base 3 times, a couple of singles and a walk. He's also scored a run. And now with 2 down, Kitazaki trying to keep everything alive. Squares up to bunt. He pulls back for ball 1. Told you about baseball upcoming games. We also have basketball games coming up. On Tuesday, that would be last Tuesday. On this Tuesday, we have men's golf heading down to the Texas A&M International in Laredo, Texas. And here's the pitch. Inside again, another tight one. Count goes to 2-0. Thursday, women's basketball going to be at Ouachita Baptist in Arkadelphia, along with the men's basketball team. Those games at 5:30 and 7:30 respectively. This pitch is dribbled, foul ball, third base side. Softball finally gets started. We're excited to get them going. And softball will be playing against Colorado Christian down in Lubbock, Texas at noon on Friday. They also will be playing again against Eastern New Mexico later that evening. There's in there for a strike. Strike 2 now. Count goes to 2-2 with 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Softball will continue to play throughout the weekend, playing both Saturday and Sunday down in Lubbock. So excited to see softball get going. Big breaking ball just misses, and I mean just missed there on the outside part of the plate. Count goes full now, 3-2 here on Kitazaki. Softball also gets to get their home opener on the February 15th. Here's a ball hit to third, moving to his left is Hieli. Throw to first, and that'll be 1-2-3 inning on the Rangers. So we head to the top of the 8th inning. Northwestern still on top, 8-4. We'll be right back on the Rangers Sports Network. And we are ready to resume play here in Elva, Oklahoma, top of the 8th inning. We have a relief pitcher on now for the Rangers. Edwin Cologne, number 21, a senior from Lawrence, Massachusetts. He'll take over for a very impressive start by Emilio Lovato. At the plate leading off the inning is going to be Jake Kiela, and he'll look at strike one on the outside part of the plate. Kiela so far in this game has scored twice. He was hit by a pitch and he hit a home run into deep right, and he'll look at another strike right there. So working quickly to an 0-2 count is relief pitcher Edwin Cologne. Cologne works from the stretch position, and this ball is going to be just fouled off straight back. We'll try to give you some final stats on Lovato here in just a moment. Cologne works from the first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch, check swing, and he went. Strike three, so Cologne comes in, and the first batter he faces on the season gets him looking, and Hayeli goes down for the first time on strikes this game. Coming to the plate now is going to be number 29 catcher Ben Tome. So unofficially for Emilio Lovato, 7 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned. He had no walks and 7 strikeouts. Again, that is unofficial. Big swing and a miss there by Tome. On deck, the center fielder Brad Morris. Tome has been on base twice. He's doubled, struck out, and got on base via error. He has scored a run and has an RBI. This pitch is hit straight up, and it's going to come back out of play behind us. Thank you again for tuning in today and listening to Ranger Baseball. Whether you're a fan of University of Minnesota Crookston or Northwestern Oklahoma State, we're happy to have you listening in. I'm filling in today for our normal announcer as that ball is in the dirt. Our normal announcer, Dustin Goodnow, who is typically the voice of the Rangers. Happy to be filling in for him today. You might be hearing him tomorrow as the Rangers are home once again at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And there's another strikeout. So 2 strikeouts to begin the career, or the season, the season for Edwin Cologne, who is, again, pitching for the first time this year here in game number 3 of the series. A transfer out of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Heck of a start out of the bullpen as he's faced the heart of the order, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. And this is Brad Morris at the plate now, who's 1 for 3. He singled, he's grounded out to third base and reached base on an error and eventually scored. Infield back, outfield playing fairly deep. Count goes to 2-0 here on Morris. Morris yesterday was 3 for 9, so he's got 4 hits on the season. Let's look at a fastball, and not even close here on Brad Morris, 3 straight balls. So after 2 quick strikeouts here by relief pitcher Cologne, he's in jeopardy of possibly walking the first Golden Eagle of the day, and he does. And Morris gets on via walk. And again, that's the first walk drawn by the Golden Eagles today after they picked up, I want to say 15 walks yesterday. 21. They picked up 21 walks yesterday. That's their first walk of the day. Chad Musser now at the plate. And he'll look at ball 1 outside. Over at first, kind of loosely holding on the bag, Hoffman. Not expecting he throws over. Now he's actually holding him a little tighter this time. Here's the pitch. That's in there. Check swing and no call by the umpire. I thought he went. There's an appeal, and the appeal is no, he did not go. So now 2-0 here to Musser, so 6 consecutive balls thrown after back-to-back strikeouts by Cologne. And this ball is shot into right field. It's going to drop in there for a single. Runner's going to hold at second. Good arm by Norrison. Norrison was playing a little bit deep due to the winds. And that was a pretty easy single there for Musser. And Musser, that's his first time on base after striking out the first 3 times in this game. So he picks up his single. And for Musser, that is his second hit on the season. And that might be quick work here for Edwin Cologne as Coach Bowen is coming out to the mound very quickly. So we're going to give Coach Bowen here a moment to talk to his young pitcher, and we'll be right back in just a few seconds here on the Ranger Sports Network. And we are ready to resume play here. Still in the top of the 8th inning, 2 on, 2 down. Edwin Cologne on relief. Started off hot. A couple of strikeouts, but now he's given up a walk and a single, most recently to Chad Musser, who got his first hit. Ball gets away from Priest and quickly recovered. No runners advance. Morris thought about it for a second, took a big jump off of second base on the bobble of the catcher, but then he retreated quickly as Priest recovered. Count 0-1. There was a strike called on the pitch. Cologne sets. He deals. This ball is shot into right field, but it's going to take off and head foul. Wins really taking that, and that literally just missed another car, probably by about 2 or 3 feet. People getting lucky today, dodging baseballs. Count now 0-2. Cologne would like to pick up his 3rd strikeout of this inning. Golden Eagles have struck out 9 times today. And here's the pitch by Cologne, just missing outside. Good looking pitch there. Count goes to 1-2. Brad Morris sitting at second base. Chad Musser on first. Mitch Goodwin at the plate. Goodwin is 0 for 3. He did reach base on an error. Here's the pitch. And they got him looking. Not even a hesitation by Priest. He jumped out of that box like a jack in the box and took off pretty quickly as he knew it was strike 3. So 3 strikeouts for relief pitcher Edwin Cologne as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Northwestern on top, 8-4. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. Bottom of the 8th inning here in Elva. Exciting baseball game so far for the Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers as they lead 8-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Coming to the plate now, third baseman Sean Kelly. Kelly 2 for 4 with a couple of singles and a few runs. He also struck out and flew out. Fifth pitcher here for the Golden Eagles as the first pitch is fouled off third base side. New pitcher is Phil Hines. Number 40, a 5'9", redshirt sophomore out of Tucson, Arizona. Played at Rainy River College before going to Minnesota Crookston. So Kelly up to the bat with his 5th plate appearance. And he crushes one into the bullpen of the Rangers. So quick 2 strikes on Sean Kelly, who's been one of the top hitters this weekend for Northwestern. I apologize for saying Monday is a weekend. It just feels right when you're talking about a 3-game series that was postponed a few days. Should have been played Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've moved to a doubleheader on Sunday. Both games taken by the Golden Eagles. Here in Game 3, Rangers on top. Ball is just outside. Count goes to 1-2. Phil Hines, a redshirt senior, works from a stretch or a wind-up position. Stands more on the first base side of the rubber as he begins his wind-up. And with a 1-2 count, we have a time. Not sure who called that. I think it might have been the batter that time because the pitcher was taking a long time, which is something we haven't seen a lot of between any of these pitchers this weekend. Has been a lot of delays on the mound. They've all been working pretty quick. Check swing, strike 3. He went around, so Kelly, his second strikeout today. And a quick work of the first batter. And how about that? Phil Hines, his first pitching appearance, and he picks up a strikeout. But now he has to face the very hot Blake Hoffman. Hoffman, a 3 RBI home run to right field early in the game. He's also doubled and hit the ball hard the other 2 times up, making much better contact today. Hoffman swing and a miss. He swung right through that one. Hoffman unfazed. He'll get right back in there. He wants to go battle. Here's the pitch way outside, ball 1. Blake Hoffman, a 2021 All-American, part of an outstanding season for the Rangers in 2021 where they went 26-15. Also 21-12 in conference play as Hoffman swings through that one as well. Last season, the Rangers, under head coach Ryan Bowen, were 4th in the GAC, as Coach Bowen was named GAC Coach of the Year, as well as this ball swung and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts, and Hoffman not happy with himself. Bowen also named the Oklahoma Baseball Coaches Association Coach of the Year. So consecutive strikeouts here for Phil Hines, as he'll now face off against Brandon Holdren, who's actually struck out his last 2 times to the plate after recording a single in the 3rd and picking up a ground-out RBI back in the 1st. This ball's fouled off into the parking lot, third base side. Rangers bats cooling off just a little bit here. 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Golden Eagles. This ball is shot to right field, but just foul. I'll say that once again. 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Golden Eagles. 8 runs, 15 hits, 3 errors for the Rangers. And they're on top here in the bottom of the 8th, trying to finish this long day off as they've had a couple of tough days here. And it gets even harder as they continue to play another game tomorrow. This will be 4 games in 3 days for the Rangers. And this ball shot deep into left center. Going back is Haas. He will not be able to make the play. It gets almost to the wall. And going into second is going to be Holdren, and he picks up a double. And so the bats become alive once again as Holdren gets his second hit of the game. Holdren now 5 hits so far on the season, and he's picked up his second double in as many days. Dylan Norrison coming to the plate. Norrison's had a very solid day today. He flew out deep to center his first time up. He then hit a screamer to shortstop for his second out of the day, but then picked up a double and scored a run in the fifth and hit a home run in the sixth. The pitch to Norrison, he crushes it down the third base line and foul. That'll hit off the wall and roll into left field. Norrison with a quick bat hit a solid home run his last time up off the scoreboard out there in the heart of left field. Outfield playing deep on Norrison. Inside pitch. Ball one. Count now 1-1, 2 down here. Man on second here in the bottom of the eighth. Golden Eagles taking 2 games yesterday. Had a good season last year, going 26-12. They were 18-10 in Northern Sun competition. That ball is outside, ball 2. They finished 5th in the Northern Sun last year, but they're looking pretty solid this year. They got some great hitters and solid pitching. Nice to see the Rangers bounce back and have a chance here to take Game 3 of this series. Haas in left, Morris in center, Musser in right. Tomei behind the plate. This ball is hit off the handle and just foul. Count now 2-2. Phil Hines on in relief. Healy over at third base. Goodwin at short. Bryant over at second. And Peppel over at first base. Golden Eagles are in their black tops and white pants. Rangers sporting their red tops with white pants. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit down third base again. And so far it looks like Hines has got Norrison just way out in front of a lot of these pitches as he's hit a lot of balls down the third base line. Game time right now about 2 hours and 20 minutes as we sit here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch in there for strike 3, and he goes down looking. 3 strikeouts there for Phil Hines, so not a bad debut for him on the 2022 season. As we head to the top of the 9th, Northwestern on top, 8-4. We'll be right back on the Ranger Sports Network. Top of the 9th inning here in Myers Stadium in Elva, Oklahoma. Also at Glass Family Field. Happy to be bringing you Ranger baseball. Excited about the 2022 season finally underway for the baseball team. Softball team will get going this weekend, as will golf. Basketball on the road heading to Arkansas. And at the plate now, left-handed hitting DH Ben Goals as he looks at ball 1 from relief pitcher Edwin Colon. That was ball 2 just inside. Colon just the second pitcher used by the Rangers, while the Golden Eagles have gone through 5 pitchers and have been unable to slow down the Rangers on the base path. The pitch from Cologne in there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. Nobody on, nobody down here in the top of the ninth. Back in the eighth inning, Cologne was able to strike out all three, or strike out for all three of the outs that he had. This ball's hit deep into left. Going back is Kitazaki, and now make the play in left field. So again, back in the eighth inning, Cologne was able to strike out three batters, but he also gave up a walk and a single, but no runs. And he makes quick work of Ben Goles here with a fly out to left field. Coming to the plate now is going to be the first baseman, left-handed hitting Jack Pepple. Pepple 1 for 3 on the day with the double. Big swing and a miss at a breaking ball there for strike one. Pepple's also struck out and grounded out to first base. So one down here in the top of the ninth. Big swing and a miss again. Strike two. Pepple yesterday picked up the first hit of the season, going 1 for 3. So he's now doubled that. He's now 2 for 6. And that one's going to just miss. So count goes to 1-2. Top of the ninth, Rangers trying to close it out and pick up their first win of the season. This ball's going to be high and away. Count goes to 2-2. Ranger baseball back in action again tomorrow here at Myers Stadium, 2 o'clock versus Newman. This pitch is going to be inside, just misses. Count goes to full. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Caught him looking. And that is the 4th strikeout here in relief for Edwin Cologne. And the Golden Eagles are down to their last out. And coming to the plate now with only 1 out left is going to be pitch hitter Matt Nunn. So Matt Nunn, I think, making his 3rd pinch hit appearance in as many games. Matt Nunn, a lefty out of Edina, Minnesota. And he's going to face off against the very hot pitching of Edwin Cologne, and that'll be ball 1 to begin the at-bat. So Matt Nunn doing some pinch hitting here. Yesterday he was officially 1 for 1 with a walk. He also had a couple of RBIs, and he gets on base again in a pinch hit roll as he gets hit in the pinch hit roll. So Matt Nunn on base with a hit by pitch. And that is the 2nd batter hit by the Rangers today. And we'll have another pinch hitter coming to the plate. Number 13, Tyler Joshin. So Joshin getting his first at-bat of the season, as he did not appear in the doubleheader yesterday. Tyler is a 6-foot redshirt senior out of San Jose, California. And this pitch is in there for a strike, so strike 1. And Cologne working quickly. He is reset again already. Man on first, 2 down here in the top of the ninth. Big Bender doesn't cross. And that'll be a ball. Count now going to 1-1. 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Minnesota Crookston. 8 runs, 16 hits, 3 runs for the Rangers. Here's the pitch over the plate. Strike. Good cut, but swung on and missed for strike 2. So the count now goes to 1-2. The Golden Eagles down to potentially their last pitch, or at least last strike. Here's the pitch. This one's popped into left field pretty deep. Going back as Kitazaki camps under it, makes the play, and the Rangers pick up their first win of the season, improving their record to 1-2. Minnesota Crookston will head out of here and head to Hawaii as they have begun the season 2-1. Want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in. Final stat line once again, Northwestern Oklahoma State defeating University of Minnesota Crookston 8-4 in Game 3 of this series. I want to thank all of our listeners and wish you all a safe week. And next week, don't forget it's Valentine's Day. Take care of the people you love. This is Fred Abishon on the Ranger Sports Network signing out.